So if you guys tuned in to yesterday's video of me announcing the winners of our quarterfinal matchups, you could tell I was really pissed. There was a lot of different fragrances that I know should not have won or made it to this Final Four. With that said, I understand why most of them made it to the Final Four. It's just the amount that they won by was absolutely ridiculous. But with that said, we are now moving into today's video, which is matchup 1 of our semifinals of the Men's World Cup of Fragrances. And without further ado, let's get it. Alright, welcome back my guys. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video and moving into our semi-final matchup where we started from 36. We are now down to the final 4, and so we're doing the first semi-final matchup today, which is between two major hitting brands. But before I get into it, designers, before I get into it, if you guys could subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you want my videos sooner, and consider following me on Instagram and TikTok where I do funny shorts, scents of the day, all that stuff. And so without further ado, let's preview the matchup. So again, I told you guys going into this round that I was going to do a reshuffle. That reshuffle was only going to be because I had somebody in the very beginning, before I even started the tournament, that said that it's going to be a Dior or Chanel in the final. It's 100% guaranteed. And I said, well, if they are in the semifinals and they're on opposite side, I am going to do a reshuffle and hope that they get to face each other so that we don't have a Dior versus Chanel final, because it would be kind of boring to some people. So I did the reshuffle, and the DIOR SAUVAGE ELIXIR is meeting Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum in the semifinals here to see who's going to make it on. So at least one of them will. So with that said, you got your two magnetic cap, the ones that look almost pretty much the same color. They have even this like the same writing going on with them. It's just one's like a circle and one's a square. What the heck? I never even thought about it that way. They both have magnetic caps. They both look like they're the same color. They both have the same color writing. It's just one's a circle and one's a square. It's like, it's freaking ABCs. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so you have your date night, your beast mode fragrance, your ambery fougere versus pretty much the start of the blue craze. I mean, you could technically say that the Eau de Toilette was that, but to me, this is the best in the line, the most versatile, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to start out with the Bleu de Chanel. Obviously, it is the most versatile in the line. It's a super nice blue fragrance. What it is you get that bergamot grapefruit in the opening, which gives it that nice citrus pop, with that blue fragrance underneath it, which is your aromatic citrus fragrance. If you guys didn't know what a blue fragrance is, it's pretty much what it is. You get those blue notes, this clary sage, the lavender, stuff like that, just kind of mixing throughout. Then you also do get some of that smokiness in the opening. As you get to the dry down, that smokiness from the incense pulls up. And then you also do get some vetiver in there, and then that amber wood smoothing it out, giving it a little bit of a warmth like you get from the Parfum. So you get that freshness from the original. You also do get that warmth from the Parfum, and you mix them together. It can be worn anytime, any season. It's a little bit more mature, I would say at least 18 years old or more. I would actually probably lean 21, 20. So anyway, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, really nice blue fragrance. One that's going to get you compliments. My wife personally doesn't love it that much. But with that said, I really like it, and I've worn it down to work. People absolutely love it. You can't really go wrong wearing it. You're always going to smell good. It just might be a little bit more mature. Some people like the more sweeter fragrances like I do, and that's not really going to be up that alley. Again, it's going to be probably, if you're looking for a blue fragrance that's safer, then Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum is definitely going to be it, especially with that versatility. And it has a nice performance going on. You get about 8 hours at least, with a above average projection for the first 2 to 3 hours. Then it becomes more of a moderate personal bubble for the next like 2 hours, and then it becomes a skin scent. Overall, really nice. If you're looking to wear something to like a business meeting, I would underspray it. It's really nice. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Definitely worth a pickup, and there's definitely a reason why it's in the top 4. With that said, this one definitely should be in the top 4 as well. I just don't think that this one really stands, it holds a candle to the Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum because of that versatility and stuff like that. Sauvage Elixir, I've actually heard a lot more people that don't like it than do like it. It's your Ambery Fougere Beast Mode fragrance. You only spray this fragrance maybe twice. If you spray it more than 2 times, you're done. That's why they sell it in such a small bottle. It's an elixir, and for an elixir, it is powerful. You get at least 12 hours of projection. It smells absolutely amazing. It's ambery. It has that fougere properties to it. It also does. I almost said it's an ambery. It's a fougere. But with that said, you do get some unique spices and woods in it as well. You get some nutmeg in the opening, as well as this black licorice accord as you're working your way into the base that you don't see very much in fragrances, and it comes off really nice. Not really like an anise like you would think from a black licorice. It really comes off really nice, mixes into the fragrance really good with that resinous amber and the woods as you get into the dry down. It's a good fragrance. Looking for a date night. You know what's funny though? If somebody told me it's not a date night fragrance, I said, what the hell else are you going to wear this for? They said, well, going to work. I said, this is not a work fragrance. You spray this one. Did you not understand me when I said you spray this one time and you're beast mode? You don't wear beast mode, but yeah, you want people to notice you at work. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. I mean, unless you're one of those people that needs to crave attention and you need to go into work, you don't wear stronger fragrances to work. You just don't do it. And so I had a large argument with this person until I just kind of just gave up and said, you know what, I ain't doing this. I mean, I know what the answer to that is, and it's not that. But anyway, as far as the Chanel, somebody was saying the other day that Chanel is dated. I think if you would say that, then you would say pretty much every blue fragrance out there is dated. Because every blue fragrance has a very similar property. It's just they're going to go one direction or the other or have their certain DNA. And I think Chanel, it did withstand the test of time, and it probably will for a longer period of time. Unless, I mean, right now seems to be the generation of sweet fragrances, especially over the last 2 or 3 years. The sweet and spicy, the sweet, the ambery, the resinous fragrances. And this has withstood all of that, and so I don't think that's the case in that situation as well. So anyway, enough blathering on. The first matchup in your semifinals is going to be Sauvage Elixir versus Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, your blue fragrance versatility versus your night out fragrance beast mode. You pick your poison. They're both really good fragrances. I don't know which one I would choose. I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you had to pick a final 4 of all of the fragrances that we had starting out, that would be a realistic final 4. For me, it would probably be Kashi, Layton, Most Wanted, Eau de Parfum, Intense, and Harad. Those would be the 4 that I would think should make it to the final 4. Obviously, you could substitute the Bleu de Chanel for either one. I don't think DIOR SAUVAGE ELIXIR deserves to be in the final 4 just because it doesn't have that versatility factor, and it's a situational fragrance that you don't really want to wear every night. With that said, I think it should have been in the 8. Also, the next one, so the matchup tomorrow, SPICEBOMB Extreme versus Parfums de Marly Layton. And again, I don't think that Extreme should be there, so I think that was going to be a little bit easier. But I'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. Make sure that you guys go vote in the community tab. The voting for this is now active. It'll be active for the next 3 to 4 days, and then we'll go into the final starting next week. So thank you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. Peace out.